Okay, guys, we have oh, that was awesome. We have a really cool series for you right now. We actually have TorcH playing, because TorcH is a part of VT Gaming, and this is a clan war against VT Gaming, and he did an F1 split, and that was really cool to witness. TorcH was actually in the GSL, and I'm going to continue ogling over him in a second. But first, I'm going to introduce the fact that we do have a random player for Team TQ playing. iDominate is a very new member for Team TQ. He did win one of the TQ Opens, and he's a random player that spawned as Zerg. The map is Delta Quadrant, and he's playing against TorcH. TorcH, who was in the GSL, and that is just amazing. Because to make it the GSL, especially as a non-Korean, is incredibly impressive. Like, the only couple people I know of that have really done it are Loner, who is Chinese, Artosis, who is American but lives in Korea, Hydra, who is American but lives in Korea, and I believe I'm missing one other person, except that person might be TorcH. Can't remember if there's another person or not, but I believe those were the only non-Koreans that actually have made it into GSL. Although TLO, yeah, that's who I was forgetting, the little one. I don't know how I forgot him, he's amazing. But yeah, the little one is the other player that was into the GSL, and I'm really looking forward to actually being able to observe TorcH's gameplay. He's a very, very strong Terran player. He's very, very good, and we actually are going to see how he handles playing iDominate, which is going to be. I'm really looking forward to this series. I'm very curious to see what he's going to do, what strat he's going to do, and a hatchery is being put down first for iDominate. Very solid opening. It's the 14 hatchery, and I think actually might have been a 15 hatch. But we can see that. Really kind of a weird scout pattern for TorcH. He did move his SCV straight across the map, and now he's setting another one right up over here. He might actually plop down a bunker, because you can see that this Overlord is not covering the full space. Although, oh, he might actually throw down bunkers down here and block the expansion from being able to be defended. We do have a spawning pool there that has gone down, along with an extractor. And TorcH is just going to move around his SCV, see what's going on. The extractor steal from iDominate, and a really fast factory is coming out, so there actually might be a Hellion opening if TorcH decides to build a reactor off of this barracks right now. And then, yep, there it is. There's the reactor. He'll probably float off the factory, land on the reactor, and use that as his opening against iDominate. Oh, whoa, look at that. Another extractor steal from iDominate, just to make sure that he can delay everything that TorcH is doing by even more. If he does it again, that would be incredibly cool. I don't really know how else to put it, because that's such a good way of just really postponing anything that Terran can do, but that requires tech at least. There we go. He does take it out, and he does it again. Oh god, that's so annoying for TorcH to deal with. Oh, but we can see that the expansion is up, and iDominate's doing a fairly good job of defending. The problem is that he's going to have Hellions at his door insanely quickly. You can see that a tech lab is coming down the barracks. It would be kind of cool if I really hope this happens, that TorcH ends up. Okay, so iDominate does let his extractor finish. I'd be really excited to see if TorcH actually goes for a Reaper and Hellion harassment opening. He does have a lot of Hellions coming in, and they're actually going to help take out the extractor. I guess TorcH really wants his gas. Either that, or he just wants to have 4 Hellions when he pushes out. He's not going for a starport yet. He does have the money for it. But let's just see. The spine crawler is coming up for iDominate. And these are really unfortunate spawning positions for him, because these Hellions are going to be at his door in a second, and this spine crawler is not going to finish in time. We can see there's another spine crawler coming down, but these there's no Zergling speed yet. It's almost done, but it's not going to be out. He was able to surround one of the Hellions, but solid defense. There are 3 Hellions here, and 3 Hellions. I actually don't think that they'll one-shot a drone. I think that was why TorcH wanted to wait to have 4. We can see that they're going to go up, and they do one-shot Zerglings. But that's it. This Queen is going to be here to block the ramp, which is going to be key to make sure that TorcH cannot get into the main base over here. Zergling speed is now done, so that will help iDominate a lot with his defense. If you look at the income for a second, TorcH does not have that many SCVs, so iDominate actually has a fairly, in terms of income. The mule is out, but really, there's almost no SCVs here. We do have a lot of Marines coming in, and a Thor. So we're going to have a really, probably a repaired Thor push right now, because SCVs are not really that plentiful, so it's most likely going to be a push that is going to try and take out iDominate really, really quickly. And iDominate pauses the game. Okay, so hopefully nothing is wrong. But let's just say that it does seem that... Can I switch this? Oh, cool. But okay, so we can see that, whoa, TorcH is actually really ahead in the food count, and being that far down in terms of worker count means that he's going to have a really, really strong army. If you look at the army... Yep, okay, so there we go. Hope nothing was wrong with iDominate, but he is back. The game is going. And the army count is tiny. It's completely non-existent for iDominate. He's got Zerglings, and that is it. And that is not nearly enough to deal with this push coming out from TorcH. He does have an SCV to repair the Thor, which is very, very strong. And now iDominate is probably not expecting something like this. The Thor is out, and the Thor alone, if it gets repaired, would probably be enough to take this stuff out. But here we go. These Hellions are going to take out a lot of those Zerglings. And iDominate is really in trouble. He's got to start producing a lot of stuff. He's trying to get a Spire out and a Roach Warren, but really, this is going to be tough to deal with. If TorcH pushes in, he's going to do a lot of damage. He might actually be waiting for 250mm strike cannons. He'll be able to probably get close to one-shotting those Spine Crawlers, if it can actually hit Spine Crawlers. Okay, it's target's ground units, so I don't think it can actually hit... It should be able to hit buildings. I wish I really knew, but here we go. It's starting to deal out a lot of DPS. These Marines and Hellions are going to do a lot of damage to these Zerglings, and that's really all he has. But another Thor is out. Another Thor is out, and this is really, really not good for iDominate. Those SCVs are there to repair. They are on auto repair, so they're repairing themselves as well as the Thors and the Hellions. The Marines are... There's only one Marine left, but really this Thor count just might be too much for iDominate to deal with. He's retreating with all of his drones, and his Roach Warren is actually on his on the low ground of his natural. But here we have the Zerglings completely dying and utterly to these Thors. The SCVs are going to continue repairing, but a lot of... Oh, there's actually a surround of the Thors right now with the Zerglings, but with this... Oh, really good placement on that Hellion just to take out those Zerglings. Oh, here we go. 250mm strike cannons on the hatchery. Oh, God, that's so not good for iDominate. Those Thors are going to do a lot, and they're going to have another 250mm strike cannon in 30 seconds. That's going to do a lot of damage. But yeah, so now iDominate is in its horrible, horrible position. TorcH is showing a lot of skill, just with completely overrunning this this natural expansion incredibly quickly and getting Thors out so fast. Roaches have completed, but it might just not be enough because these SCVs are still repairing these guys. There's 2 SCVs left. You actually might want to target the SCVs, but there are 3 Thors now. Oh god, 3 Thors are just marching into the main base of iDominate. This is really, really not very good at all. They're actually... Oh, they're taking out the Roach Warren with 250mm strike cannons. God, that is deadly to deal with. And these Broodlings might actually take out the Marines. Yeah, there we go. That Marine falls, and this Marine almost did. But, I don't see any hope for iDominate right now. Absolutely none at all. The Spire is out, but really, Spire is not going to do anything against these guys. Drones are trying to take out the Thors, but there's GG from iDominate. Really solid game from TorcH. I am incredibly impressed, and I cannot wait to watch the next one.